Hey everyone, welcome to That's Cakeable. I'm Janine. This week I'm going to show you how to turn some of Australia's favourite chocolate bars into cake. So in this video I briefly go through what I put in the centre of all my cakes to turn them into chocolate bar cakes. But don't fret, if you want the recipes for my cake fillings, just head over to my website at that'scakeable.com and you'll find them all there. Okay, without any further ado, let's get on to this delicious, decadent, chocolatey goodness. I hope you enjoy this week's video. First up, we have the cherry ripe. So to make the cherry ripe filling, I take some coconut, some glacé cherries, and some sweetened condensed milk. Mix that all together. Then I go ahead and add some cocoa and some pink gel food colouring just to give it that cherry ripe filling colour. Mix that all together. Coconutty cherry goodness. I then place that mixture onto a baking tray that's lined with baking paper. Flatten it all out and chill for an hour. Once that's chilled, I take a circle cutter around the same size as our cake, take a hot knife and just cut around that circle, and it is ready to put inside our cake. So I've got some dark chocolate cake, which I layer with a whipped chocolate ganache and then place our first cherry piece in, another piece of cake, more whipped ganache, cherry, whipped ganache, cake. I give that all a ganache coat, it's my rough coat, chill that and then place my board on top like I do with all of my other cakes to use as a guide, and go ahead and give that a final ganache coat. Smoothing it all out. These cakes just end up looking like the cakes you want to dive into. Filling in any other holes that I had, and there's our final coat. Pop that board off the top and smooth out the top, making sure we're all level and even and neat. Now I do that with all of the cakes in this video. With that cake, I then place it onto a presentation board. Pop that aside to chill. Onto what I think is my ultimate favourite, Turkish Delight. Okay, so to make my Turkish Delight filling, I've used white sugar, lemon juice and water, and then I bring that to a boil. I stir it together first, bring it to a boil without stirring, and then I've just used a damp pastry brush to rub down the sides of my pot to stop that mixture from crystallizing. I then add some corn flour to the mixture, stirring profusely so it doesn't go all lumpy. A bit of cream of tartar, and then you end up with this gluey sort of consistency. You cook that out for about an hour, and then you add some rose water for that delicious Turkish Delight flavour, and a little bit of red gel food colouring for the gorgeous Turkish Delight colour. Pop that into a baking tray lined with foil and sprayed with cooking spray. It's getting hot in here. Bit foggy. Then set that aside to chill. Yes, for 8 hours. Putting it together is exactly the same as our cherry ripe cake. It's whipped chocolate ganache, and then Turkish Delight, and then whipped chocolate ganache, and then cake, and so on and so forth. Oh, I decided to make a Mars bar cake, and this is how my first attempt ended. This is me making my gorgeous chocolatey fluffy nougat, which was beautiful. This is me making the gorgeous Mars bar caramel, and this is what it looked like when I put the cake together because everything was too soft. Yep. No problems, only solutions. So I ended up caving and I chopped up some Mars bar and put it on top of my whipped chocolate ganache. Covered that with whipped chocolate ganache and layered my cake on top of that. We're all entitled to epic fails, we're only human. Okay, so once all my cakes were ganached and ready, I went ahead and did my drip on all of my cakes. Now it's all in the decoration to make those cakes look like you just want to jump in. This is the cherry ripe cake. I've used a open star tip and just piped whipped chocolate ganache all over that cake. Larger stars, then smaller ones. Then I took some red jimmies and sprinkled them over those piped stars. Took some chopped up cherry ripe. This cake don't have an identity problem. It's a cherry ripe cake. Pop them around the outside, and then I decided to pipe stars all over the center of the cake also. Sprinkled on some desiccated coconut and topped it with some maraschino cherries. It's those little things that make those cakes that just, you just want to dive into. To decorate our Turkish Delight cake, I did large swirls with a large open star tip and then some little stars with a small star tip. Once again, all in whipped chocolate ganache. Some silver sprinkles in the middle too. More is more. Some little cocoa nibs and then some chopped up Turkish Delight on the sides of that cake also. I'm getting hungry doing the voiceovers for my own video. Finally, to do our Mars cake that my revisited Mars cake, I just did some swirls on the side once again with the whipped chocolate ganache. Some crunchy little sprinkles in the middle, they're crunchy chocolate sprinkles, and some chocolate nibs around the outside. Chopped up Mars bar on the edges. All the way around. And then to finish this guy off, I used some of the chocolate drizzle that I'd used for my drips and drizzled that over the top of the cake. Delicious. And there the three beauties are in all their glory. They really just are the sorts of cakes that you want to dive into and eat. And it's all about the decoration, but the decoration is so very simple. And I hope that I've been able to show you that today. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me again this week. Don't forget that the recipes for everything except for the failed Mars bar cake will be found over on my website at that'scakeable.com. Once again, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell on the bottom so that you are notified every time I upload new content. I've got loads of other cake decorating videos. If you haven't seen them already, please head over and watch them now. Thanks so much for joining me again. I look forward to seeing you next time. Now go get your cake on. Bye.